Bright Duty. Every student matters.
Based on the topic 1, we are going to take very short question answers first. In that, the first one they have asked, define caste. So we need to define the meaning of the term caste here. According to M.N. Srinivas, the definition we can mention here, which was given based on the caste. That caste can be defined as a hereditary, usually localized group having a traditional association with an occupation and a particular position in the local hierarchy of caste. Relation between the caste are governed, among other things, by the concept of pollution and purity. So you have to mention about those two concepts also, pollution and purity. On that basis, how the caste divided, the work of the people is divided and how they are segregated on the basis of these two factors. So in this way you can define the caste. The definition given by M.N. Srinivas will be taken here. Now the second one they have asked, who are the scheduled caste? So we have to mention about them. Scheduled caste are the people who comes at the bottom of the hierarchy on the basis of ritual impurity and technically outside the 4-1 scheme, and their term has been politically and legally termed as the Simon Commission, and then by the Government of India, Act of 1935, means how this term scheduled caste was given to them. You have to mention that also, and what is the meaning, means who are the people, those who comes under this scheduled caste. Here, those who are the lowest group of, or those who comes at the lower level of the 4 Varna in Hindu caste system. The next one they have asked, what is the meaning of Dalit? So we can mention here the term Dalit, originally a Marathi word which means broken to pieces. It has been taken from the Marathi word which means broken to pieces. Yeah. And this Dalit term was popularized by B.R. Ambedkar and the Dalit Panther movement. So B.R. Ambedkar was the one who used this term for the deprived class of the society. The next one, what is the legal term for untouchables? Because if you are following the practice of untouchability and this calling someone as untouchable, so that is prohibited according to our Indian constitution. So what is the legal term that can be used for untouchables? So you have to mention that is scheduled caste. Is a term that instead of using untouchables we can use. Next one, what is the name given to the scheduled caste by M.K. Gandhi? So according to Mahatma Gandhi, how he used to call these scheduled caste people? What was the term given to them? So according to Mahatma Gandhi, if we discuss here that the term given to these scheduled caste people was Harijan. Harijan. And it has been combined with two words, Hari plus Jan, means the son of Hari, God. Son of Hari as God. Next one, based on the same topic number 1, they have asked, who are the OBCs? So we have to define that all castes whose position in the caste system was below the upper caste but above the lower caste have been termed politically and constitutionally the other backward class. So if we talk about the OBC stands for, so that is other backward classes. Neither they were in the upper caste group nor they were in the lower caste group. They come somewhere in the middle. So that were other backward classes. Now, based on topic 1, we are taking short question answers. Here, the first one they have asked, write about annexure 1 and annexure 2 of OBCs. So now we can mention that according to annexure 1, we have to mention these are those OBCs who were extremely backward economically and educationally also. For example, the name of those particular caste group you can mention here: Malla, Nonia, Pahar, etc. These are few examples you can take along with that. And then if we talk about the annexure 2 of OBC, so how you can define, these are those backward classes which were economically and educationally more advanced as compared to other castes. So here the example will be Yadav. The example of these you can mention here: Yadav, Kurmi, Panay, etc. So all these will be segregated according to the annexure. Clear? Now we are going to discuss about the essay type questions based on topic 1 of unit 4. The first one they have asked to state the constitutional provision for the scheduled caste in India. Firstly, we have to mention that our constitution works on protecting the rights of these scheduled caste and also aimed at improving their condition and just remove any kind of discrimination on any basis. We can also mention about Article 17. Here, after giving the intro, we can mention about the Article 17 of the Constitution, that it has abolished untouchability and its practice in any form is forbidden. Means it's not allowed and it is illegal. If somebody is following this untouchability, that will be taken as illegal. And in order to make it more effective, the Untouchability Act, that was offences, the Offences Act or the Untouchability Act you can mention, of 1955 was also passed by the Parliament. And later this was renamed as the Protection of Civil Rights Act of 1976, Protection of Civil Rights. This name was changed later. And in order to keep check on these sort of activities, the Scheduled Caste and the Scheduled Tribes Act was also enacted in 1989. And all these measures were taken just for the protection of these caste groups, just to make sure that no such kind of exploitation while they are involved in the same society is taking place. And even the restrictions which were there on them based on like their entry to the temple, using the common will in the village, so all such kind of restrictions were also removed. So all these points we are going to mention in the same. The next one they have asked, mention any 8 problems of scheduled caste. Means here we have to mention that what different sort of problems are related to the scheduled caste in India. So firstly, we can mention the biggest problem is that they belongs to the lower group of caste system. Secondly, we can mention that these scheduled caste people, for them the segregation has been done. Means separate places are there in villages and towns. Even though some religious restrictions are also imposed, they are not allowed to use the common wells or the tanks in particular village. They even don't have the choice of choosing their own occupation. They suffer from poverty and deprivation because they don't have access or the equal access, because some sort of discrimination definitely prevailing in the society based on their caste. So these are some sort of problems that we have discussed. Other than that, the problem associated with scheduled caste is they are educationally backward, and even some of them they live in unhygienic conditions, so some health issues and the nutrition they don't get and facing the problem in that sphere also. So in this way, all these problems one by one in detail and in point you are supposed to mention along with the example. Now the third one, based on the first topic only, they have asked question number 3. Who are OBCs? discuss the main problems of OBC. So here we are going to define the meaning of OBC and then we'll mention about their problem. So how we are going to define OBC? All the castes which were below the upper caste but above the lower caste were described as other backward classes, that is OBC. And now if we talk about the main problems, like what kind of problem these caste groups are facing. So that is the lack of interaction, because in villages if we talk about still they have the separate section, they are not allowed to mix up with the higher class people and they don't want to mix up with the lower class people. Then no exchange of invitation is also one of the problems related with them, although they are neither in the lower nor in the upper. So somewhere they are not able to interact and no invitation is given to them for any function in the village or any sort of occasion in the village or town. Their dependency on higher caste is also one of the problems. Why they are dependent? For their livelihood in the backward area or in the rural areas mainly. Problem of sharecropping is also associated with these OBCs because most of them are the marginal farmer. Second one, another problem if we talk about, that is indebtedness, means they are taking the loan from the rich farmer or the prosperous farmer and somewhere they are coming under the debt trap when they are not able to repay the money. So that is also the biggest problem for the OBCs. Besides that, the health and nutrition problem is also because they don't have the access to all the resources equally. So somewhere all these problems are reflected in our society which are related with other backward classes.